Hey, welcome back to another edition of Babyface Brew Review. My name's Alex. I'll be walking you guys and gals through this review for the next few minutes here today. Just a quick note, sorry I haven't been around as much. Been really busy with work and life, so haven't been able to upload and review as many beers as I'd like to. However, I'm going to start doing more as we go into February and March and spring, as some of these other spring seasonal releases come out and whatnot. Anyway, today we're looking at Dark Swan Sour Ale, a limited one-hitter series release from Lagunitas Brewing Company, Petaluma, California, also Chicago, Illinois, a contemporary favorite of mine. Their beers are. This was sent to me in the mail today, so I thought I'd crack it open and review it for you guys. Bottling date on the Julian code on the date was February 6th. Today's day is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to all you guys and gals out there. 8 days old, super fresh. Getting quickly into the specs of the beer, 7.9% alcohol by volume. They've done this beer the last 2 or 3 years now, I believe. It's kind of varied. It was 8.5, it was 8.2, so they've dialed it down a little bit to 7.9%. Maybe get a little more drinkability out of that with all the sourness and tartness that this beer does offer. 25 IBU content there, getting into the accolades of the beer. Beer Advocate puts it at 3.88 out of 5, which puts it in the very good category. The folks on Untappd don't like it as much, 3.63 out of 5 caps. Now, bear in mind, that's just an overall rating of Dark Swan. They have a 2018 rating, which I think was 3.60. They don't have the 2019 up, so somewhere in there, 3.60 is what I've called it at. Other than that, I'll quit flapping my gums. Available in 12-ounce six-packs and on draft, where you can find Lagunitas beer, which is basically all over the world now. But let's pour it in here and see what we got working with this beer. Petite Syrah juice is what they're utilizing in here, along with Pico hops, I believe, which is kind of a newer hop, and then a specialized HBC hop or something along those lines. You can look at the Lagunitas Smell-O-Vision on their website for this beer from Jeremy Marshall, their brewmaster there at Lagunitas. Pouring like Dark Swan has in the past, like a very nice prune kind of purple haze of a juice. Mild carbonation streaming up from the bottom. Beautiful pinkish kind of rosé head on this bad boy. A lot more tightly compact than I remember in the past. Really nice beer looking in the glass. Definitely not what we're used to on this channel. Get some sort of glass lacing, kind of cleaning the edges. Not much in the way of things, but really nice, fun beer in the glass. So let's get into a smell and aroma on this bad boy and dive right in. Wow, I get big red berry notes. I get some citrusness from the hops. I get like verbena. There's also kind of like a little bit of a cannabis-like dankness in there as well. Just kind of faint, fresh cut grass. You definitely get that tartness, almost like a cherry note in there. Get a little bit of that red wine characteristic as well, red grape. A little bit of a peppery spiciness, kind of an earthy yeast strain. You get some dark fruits in there as well. I'm sure we'll get into that as the beer, as we drink into it. But other than that, really fun smelling beer. Definitely standing out that red berry, kind of those currant, grapey notes in there, and a kind of a spicy earthiness in terms of the yeast. So without further ado, cheers, prost, whatever the hell you want to call it. This is the Dark Swan 2019 Sour Ale from Lagunitas Brewing Company. Ooh, I got a cut on my lip right now, too. It's in there. Wow. That's fun. That's awesome. Oh, this is a good batch. This is much better than I remember. Really well rounded out. They've really dialed this sucker in. So up front, kind of get that sourness, that juicy hard candy note, dark fruits, and we'll get into that. So into the hops, you get kind of currant. You get this kind of citrusy note in there from the dry hopping that they've done. You get this black currant, blackberry, plum, grape, pomegranate. I almost get this kind of lemon-limey thing coming out middle of the mouth. This really nice characteristic there. Crab apple, I get some kind of like gooseberry as well. Really nice sourness, really hits you, that tartness and sourness right in the middle, the back end of the beer. And then it lays way for more of like this kind of this red wine like bitterness that kind of takes grip, like fruit skins, kind of really like weathered oak almost, and then you get more citrus at the back end as well, really rounding out some of that bitterness, a little bit of the sweetness. So gotta take another sip. There's a lot going on in here. Yeah, almost like this tannic red wine characteristic at the end there. But the sourness just pops up and then fades away, and you're left with almost like this tart bitterness, more like. Really well done. Really, really drinkable. For 7.9%, there's nothing there. It's awesome. Drink's really, really smooth. Getting into the feel of this beer, it's a medium to light. The carbonation is absolutely phenomenal. It really adds to the drinkability of this beer. It's this pillowy, creamy carbonation, and it's fun to drink. Like I said, no alcohol for 7.9%. Maybe a little bit of warming in the chest, but really, really goes down super smooth. Really fun beer. If you like sours and you like wine, definitely try this one. This one is, I think, probably the best batch I've had from Lagunitas. I've reviewed this before. You can check it out on my channel. I think I've done every year it's come out for the most part. So check those out in comparison to this year's. But I'm very impressed. I'm going with like a 90 on this one, 91. Go 91, A-. For a sour beer, it's kind of a hybrid ale in terms of the Petite Syrah juice that they're utilizing. They've got lactic acid in here as well. It's really well done from Lagunitas, and I'm very impressed. You know, brewery coming out of wine country there in Sonoma County. They've done a really wonderful job blending this sucker. So 91 for me, but that's not what matters. What matters is what you guys and gals think. You look for this in stores, like I said, 6-packs. And on draft, where you can find Lagunitas, I'm sure it won't be more than $10-11 from these guys, which is really good for a nice sour ale that has a high alcohol content like this. So until next time, cheers, prost, whatever the hell you want to call it. Leave comments below, like, subscribe. Let's go back and forth on the jargon, guys. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. I say it every time. So cheers, till next time. We'll see you all again very soon on Babyface Brew Review.